concert at Lincoln Center last night. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Charles.
How come you're leaving Jazzmobile after all these years of bringing that great music to all those city street corners?
Well, what's happening is there's a big jazz explosion, which has finally touched my career. So I'm running out and playing the piano and getting commissions to write music and everything. So I've got to run out and do what I do. And the organization, thank goodness, is ready to stand on its own. The reputation is good. We're being imitated by organizations all over the place. And hopefully we'll get a lot more funding than we've been getting. So we're in good shape.
So Jazzmobile survives.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Speaking of survivors, that's a segue into Anita O'Day. She is a great one, isn't she?
She really is. You know, she has gone through so much in her personal life, and she's taken all of those things, and it's made her a different kind of singer. She's built on all of the things that she learned from the big bands and from her things that she did as a soloist.
And besides all that, she's still swinging?
She is still swinging.
My, oh my, oh my, who is that beautiful girl? Why, it's Anita O'Day, in person. Wonderful, marvelous, it's the way it's written. You should care for me. Wonderful, marvelous, diminished. Not every time, but that time. That you should care for me.
In 1990, jazz singer Anita O'Day is still on stage in Chicago.
You should care for me.
You may remember her from the 1940s. Her distinctive swing vocals, performed with the best of the big bands, made her famous.
You don't know until you glide into the boogie ride how quickly you will glide out of this world.
Born and raised in Chicago, Anita O'Day's career began as a teenager, singing and dancing in Midwest marathons and performing in Chicago taverns. Then she met drummer Gene Krupa and auditioned for his band.
Well, anyhow, I got up and did something like Flatfoot Floozy with the Floyd, or something like that, you know. Maybe it was Jeepers, Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? I don't know, but something like that.
Right.
And his manager, can't think of his name right now, the road band manager called and said, Gene says, you can swing, you better come with us.
Right.
And I've been doing it ever since.
Hey, Joe.
What do you mean, Joe? My name's Roy.
Well, come here, Roy, and get groovy.
Anita O'Day hit the big time with Let Me Off Uptown, performed with trumpeter Roy
Say you
Eldridge.
ain't been uptown?
No, I haven't been uptown. What's uptown?
Pleasure you're about, and you feel like stepping out. All you've got to shout is, let me off uptown.
That was in 1941, and it made band leader Gene Krupa rich. As a singer, O'Day got $7.50.
Let me off uptown. Got those
Hey, Roy.
What do you mean, Roy? My name's Gordy.
Uptown is still in her repertoire today.
I got your feet like stepping out. Oh, you've got to shout. Let me off uptown. Those were the days I got to see the country from a bus window.
Bus window.
That's
What was
right.
it like being a girl singer in a band?
Well, it was great. Just great. And although I was the only girl around, I kind of played it like one of the guys.
In the mid-40s, she joined Stan Kenton's big band.
Well, that was great, too. Just great. The opposite of Gene, who was like very loose and everybody drank beer before 7 in the morning. Stan's band, nobody drank or smoked, and during breaks they'd all run out and get some water, and they'd read books in between sets and everything, you know. Really,
Totally
the
different
other
thing.
side.
Yeah.
The other side of life.
But that wasn't the lifestyle Anita O'Day wanted. She inherited a taste for hard swinging from her father.
My father, boy, give him 2 beers and he's singing. So I picked up on that, and psychologically that stays with me, see?
Sure.
And I can be walking around like down in the mouth and everything, and then it's time to go to work, and I say, oh God, I really don't feel like going to work tonight. one little sippy dippy, I'm singing to the world.
She left people like us, some needed sweet judge around. They all sigh one life for sweet Georgia Brown. Tell you just why, no, I don't lie.
On this Sunday afternoon in 1958 at the Newport Jazz Festival, Anita O'Day's fans were treated to one of her most widely acclaimed performances.
When she lands in China, she can't get out. This gal has never met.
That Anita O'Day has been through hard times is no secret. She reveals all in her book, High Times, Hard Times, published 10 years ago and reissued this year. 16 years of heroin addiction, arrests and jail terms, failed marriages and alcoholism. She rode the roller coaster and somehow hung on. How are you doing today?
I just have a few drinks. That's about all, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I left that past behind.
Great.
And I'm so sorry that the kids are just getting into it.
Yeah.
But that's their life. I got into it through curiosity like anything else, you know, usually. But I didn't get out for 16 years, you know. Like I said in the book, one day I just said, well, this is it. I'm going to do it. I went to Hawaii and I stayed there for 5 months. And when I got the shakes, I'd lay in the hot sand, and when I got the sweats, I'd jump in the ocean, and I kicked it cold, and I haven't touched it since, and it's out there anywhere you go. Silver and gold, all you can hold is in the moonbeams.
Anita O'Day calls herself a song stylist, not a singer. She rarely sings the melody, and using varying tempos, hardly ever does the song the same way twice.
On the street of dreams. Let's do a tune called Let's Fall in Love in F in 2/4, like this. Down, down, down. This is the introduction, folks. In 2/4. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it. Take a chance. Why be afraid of it? Now stop. That was in 2/4 time. Now the second 8, same song, we're going to put it into 4/4 time, and this is what you get. Let's fall in love. Why should we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it. Take a chance. Why be afraid of it? That was the second 8. Now, if you want to get into phrasing, that's another thing. You know, like you can always add notes. And not everybody can do that.
That's true. How do you do it?
I just add them, man. If you don't make it, you repeat it, because that's jazz. Just passing by. Thank you for coming.
Anytime.
How do you do? All right.
You were it for me.
I understand.
What is the song? Do do do.
That's what you think is the...
That.
Did you like that?
Will you do that in your TV?
No.
Today, Anita O'Day lives in California.
It came out
At
in
age 70,
1941.
she still spends much of her time on the road.
And they're my children.
Most of her fans are her contemporaries.
Hi, milady. Hi, Kitty. What brings you here today? You. Well, that's nice. I think the boss likes that. Hi, Joe. Da-da-da-da. And my friend. Da-da-da-da-da.
Studs Terkel knows Anita O'Day well. During a recent visit to Chicago, she joined Studs in his studio to share some of her songs and stories with a hometown audience.
When Anita O'Day is guest, there's one word that tells a story: spontaneity. It's as though you're riding a roller coaster at Riverview, which Anita O'Day remembers when she was a kid here in Chicago. I think it's an experience hearing her and seeing her. She is still the jazz singer.
Yes,
You are a survivor.
I'm getting up there, sir.
You're
Yes,
a
sir.
survivor.
Yes, evidential.
You know, suppose we hear something. You were thinking about opus number 1 of Silence.
Ba-doo-ba-doo-doo, da-bee-be-doo-doo-doo, da-bee-be-doo-doo, da-bee-be-doo-doo-doo, da-bee-be-doo-doo, da-bee-be-doo-doo-doo.
Racking their brain to think of a name to give to this tune so Frankie can croon. And baby old Bing will give it a fling, and that'll start everyone a-humming a thing. The melody's dumb, repeat and repeat, but if you...
Irrepressible is the word for Anita O'Day.
Opus. What a love.